Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And as you can see, we've already started here. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Driving on and making good progress. It's Asa! Goal! Bahia! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
The goal scorer for Bahia after 16 minutes is number 7, Eden Hazard.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. Oh, shooting chance! And now they can clear their lines. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Batistuta. Schwalmeri. Oh, easy pickings there. Good running, strong and purposeful. Bahia are looking to break at pace. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It's a pretty loose pass. Still goalless. Nicely weighted ball. That looks a cracking ball. Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Neymar. And this is Maradona. He's had a hit! Now that is commitment to the cause. Boca Juniors with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Gravenberch! And there's the shot! And it's lofted, and again! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Costa Corta. That's played into space. Maradona. In with the challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Batistuta. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Azar.
That's good play from him.
Fiddles it through. That is a great pick out. And the finish! Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset. The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh no, this does not look good. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Bahia come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's Bale! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Played out to the right. That's good vision. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Nice interception, well timed. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
He's looking to set free a runner. Mohamed Salah is flagged offside.
Substitution for Boca Juniors, number 21.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Mohamed Salah unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Neymar. That is good alertness. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he's lost his man here. Tchouaméni getting this one clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Tchouaméni. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Good spot, he's seen the run. Neymar gets into a good position. That's a decent clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Boca Juniors really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Stoichkov. Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Pedri. And he's picked it up out wide. Eto'o gets flagged offside. Gets his pass away. Stoichkov. Bahia close now to seeing this one through. Chance to finish. Oh, surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief, finally. Now at last they can... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three...
Real chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a good-looking cross. And that has been knocked clear. And that is a little undercooked. Threads one in. That is ended up in no man's land.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Peter.
Massimo Otto?
Yeah, it's going to be vital if he imposes himself early, I think, on that flank. He's got great quality on deliveries, as we know, and they've always been a massive part of his game. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Casillas, will they claim to that? Bale. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Floats it up and over. He's in plenty of space here. Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Batistuta. Oh, smashing header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Tries a header! And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a sharp pass. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Messi. Passing nice and neat. That's played into space. And he's intervened well there. And here's Azar. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
There will be 1 minute
Eto'o
added
has it
time.
in a wide position. Dumfries is one whose deliveries we all know about. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Climbs up big! They've scored! What an incredible feat! A legendary feat! 200 wasn't enough, nor 300. Now he hits 400. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's a key interception. Van Dijk is there to clear. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's Azar. Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he cuts out the supply. Messi. Bale. Looking for options for movement. And he's whipped it across.
This is the time you need that pace. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Goes to finish! Has fallen kindly here. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Bahia really could have done without this. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 2, Dumfries. Coming on to replace him is number 18.
He's a sharp little ball here. Pedri. Interesting ball. And this is Mohamed Salah. And they're quick to get it back. David Villa. Gets his pass away. That's going to go a long way. And it's Messi. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that.
Bahia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Coming on the field is number 14, Bellingham.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty good effort from distance. Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Otto with the short one. And the finish! Pedri.
Arsenal probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Fiddles it through.
There will be 5 minutes.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
5 minutes to add. And he welcomes it in. Pedri. For Messi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.